Hello there, and welcome to the Sleepy Space Science channel. I'm really glad you found your way here tonight. Maybe today felt long, or heavy, or maybe you're simply someone who finds comfort in drifting off to quiet thoughts about the universe instead of counting sheep. Either way, tonight's journey is for you. A slow, gentle exploration of space, time, and one familiar star we all quietly depend on. The sun. You don't have to do anything now. Let your shoulders soften. Let your jaw relax. Take a slow breath in, and gently let it out. Feel your body grow a little heavier, as if gravity has softened into a warm blanket instead of a pull. The surface beneath you supports you completely. Your only job is to listen. Let the words drift past your mind like clouds, and allow yourself to follow them, or let them fade away whenever you like. Because tonight, we're not just thinking about space. We're drifting through a quiet, what if? A thought experiment about something that feels permanent, steady, and always there. Tonight, we're imagining what would happen if the sun suddenly disappeared. Not exploded, not dimmed, simply gone. A universe where Earth keeps moving, but the light, warmth, and gravity we depend on vanish, revealing just how deeply connected we are to a single, steady star. We'll travel gently from the familiar warmth of daylight to the silent motion of Earth in darkness, from massive cosmic forces to the small, quiet changes that would unfold right here at home. Along the way, we'll meet drifting planets, frozen skies, and invisible forces still moving long after the light is gone. Some of what you hear may surprise you, or simply give your mind something calm and curious to wander through as you fall asleep. And before we begin, if these quiet explorations help you unwind or end your day peacefully, consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel. It helps other sleepy minds find their way here, one gentle night at a time. Now, let's begin. If the sun disappeared, Earth would not notice right away. For a short while, everything would feel normal. Light already on its way would continue to arrive, warming the ground, lighting the sky. Gravity would still hold planets in place, just as it always has. For 8 quiet minutes, the universe would pretend nothing has changed. Like a calm breath before sleep, sunlight travels fast, but not instantly. It crosses the space between the sun and Earth in just over 8 minutes. That means the last rays of sunlight would already be in motion when the sun vanished. Day would continue, unaware it was already ending. A gentle illusion of permanence would linger. During those final minutes of light, shadows would still fall across the ground. Leaves would still glow softly. Windows would still reflect the sky. Nothing would signal what had already been lost. The universe would keep its secret quietly. Gravity also travels at the speed of light, so Earth would continue its orbit briefly, held by a force that no longer has a source. The planet would trace its familiar path one last time. A curve drawn from habit rather than cause. Like a memory still echoing after a sound fades. Then, without warning, the light would stop. Not with a flash, but with a gentle dimming. Day would soften into twilight. Twilight would deepen into night. Stars would appear everywhere at once, filling the sky in quiet abundance. As the light fades in this story, Feel your body sinking deeper into rest. The sky would no longer be blue. Without sunlight scattering through the atmosphere, the color would disappear. Above, space would stretch endlessly in black silence. The stars would no longer wait for night. They would simply always be there. You are safe, warm, and supported. Temperatures would begin to fall slowly. The warmth stored in oceans, soil, and stone would release itself gradually. Earth would resist the cold at first, like a body holding onto heat beneath a blanket. Cooling would take time. Animals would sense the change before understanding it. Birds might fall silent. Nocturnal creatures would emerge early. Day and night would lose their meaning. Biological clocks would hesitate, unsure how to proceed. Plants would continue photosynthesis briefly. The chemical reactions would finish their cycles. Energy already captured would still be used. Leaves would remain green for a while. Life would pause before adapting. Clouds would drift as they always have. Winds would still move across continents. The atmosphere would not immediately realize its source of energy was gone. Weather would continue out of momentum alone. The planet would coast gently into darkness. Let your breathing slow. The story moves calmly, and so can you. As the hours pass, the ground would cool. Heat would rise from the surface and fade into space. Without sunlight to replace it, the balance would tip. Cold would begin its long, patient return. Not as an attack, but as a quiet settling. Dew would freeze where it formed. Frost would appear without sunrise to melt it. Water would begin to stiffen. Rivers would slow. The planet would start conserving energy instinctively. The moon would remain unchanged. It would continue its orbit around Earth. Tides would still rise and fall. Gravity between the two worlds would remain strong. A familiar rhythm in an unfamiliar sky. Earth would begin to drift forward. Without the sun's gravity, the curve of orbit would straighten. The planet would move in a line through space. Not falling. Not fleeing. Just continuing its motion quietly. Other planets would do the same. Each world would follow its own path. The solar system would unravel without violence. A slow dispersal rather than an explosion. Like petals drifting away from a flower. As worlds drift apart in this story, your thoughts can drift too. Nothing needs your attention right now. The absence of sunlight would deepen the silence. No dawn. No dusk. Only a continuous night. A sky filled with stars that never fade. Cities would glow briefly. Artificial light would push back the darkness for a while. Small islands of brightness on a cooling planet. Eventually, energy would become precious. Light would be used carefully. Satellites would continue orbiting Earth. Their solar panels would no longer collect energy. One by one, they would fall silent. Still circling. Still moving. But no longer communicating. The atmosphere would begin to change. Without heat, gases would settle. Air would grow denser near the surface. The sky would feel heavier. Still calm. Still quiet. Earth would not panic. There would be no sudden collapse. Only a long transition. A gradual settling into a colder state. Like a body falling asleep. Notice how gently this story unfolds. Nothing rushes. Nothing shouts. Snow would begin to fall in many places. Not stirred by storms, but by cooling air. Soft layers would accumulate. covering forests, fields, and cities alike. A blanket forming across the planet. Oceans would retain heat longest. Water stores warmth deeply. Surface ice would form slowly. Below, liquid water would continue moving. The sea would protect itself. Deep ocean currents would persist. Heat from Earth's interior would rise gently. Life far below the ice would continue. Unaware of stars or sunlight. Sustained by chemistry and warmth. Volcanoes would still glow. Molten rock would still move beneath the crust. Earth's core would remain hot. A quiet furnace burning without light. Proof that not all warmth comes from the sun. The planet would glow faintly in infrared. Invisible warmth radiating into space. A slow whisper of heat leaving Earth. The last traces of sunlight's gift. Fading gradually. As Earth cools in this story, you remain warm and still. Let your body relax further. Animals would seek shelter. Burrows, caves, and deep water would become refuges. Movement would slow. Energy would be conserved. Life adapting without urgency. Plants would stop growing. Growth requires light. Cells would preserve what energy they have. Seeds would wait. Dormancy would become the dominant state. Ice would thicken across continents. Glaciers would form slowly. Mountains would disappear beneath frozen layers. Earth would resemble a quiet snow-covered world. Still alive beneath the surface. The sky would remain clear. Without heat, clouds would thin. Precipitation would slow. The atmosphere would settle into stillness. A motionless dome over a frozen planet. Earth would continue drifting. Through interstellar space. Past distant stars. Carrying its history inside layers of ice. A sleeping world on a long journey. Let your thoughts slow. The planet drifts endlessly, and you can rest peacefully. Millions of years would pass. Ice would deepen. Oceans would seal beneath kilometers of frozen surface. Below, liquid water would still exist. Protected by pressure and heat. Earth would pass near other stars occasionally. Brief warmth might return. Ice could melt for a short time. Then darkness again. A wandering rhythm. The planet would not be dead. It would be dormant. Like a seed waiting in cold soil. Preserving complexity. Waiting for conditions to change. Gravity would still bind Earth together. Mountains would stand. Continents would remain. Time would continue shaping rock slowly. Even in darkness. From afar, Earth would be almost invisible. A dark sphere against darker space. Yet inside, stories remain. History frozen, not erased. Memory preserved in ice. As time stretches in this story, allow your mind to stretch gently too. There is no hurry. The stars would become Earth's only sky. Constellations would shift over millennia. The galaxy would rotate around us. Earth would be a silent passenger, moving through vastness. Eventually, even Earth's internal heat would fade. The core would cool. Geological activity would slow. The planet would grow quieter still. A deep cosmic sleep. Yet atoms would remain. Structures would persist. Matter would endure. Waiting patiently. Nothing truly vanishes. Earth would become part of interstellar space. No longer a planet of a star, but a traveler among stars. A relic of a solar system that once was. Still moving. And through it all, the universe remains calm. No judgment. No urgency. Just motion, change, and time. Flowing gently onward. As centuries pass, Earth's surface would become quieter. Winds would weaken without heat to drive them. Storms would fade into memory. The air would settle into long stillness. Silence would stretch across continents. Snow would stop falling. Without weather cycles, clouds would thin. The sky would remain dark and clear. Stars would shine without interruption. Night would become the planet's permanent state. The atmosphere would slowly collapse downward. Cold air grows dense. Gases would sink closer to the surface. The sky would feel heavier. Earth would quietly compress its breath. Oxygen would still remain. But without plants producing more, it would slowly diminish. Life would adapt carefully. Breathing would become precious. Every molecule would matter. Carbon dioxide would freeze from the air. Dry ice would fall like invisible snow. The atmosphere would thin further. Earth would wear its gases as frost. A chemical snowfall in silence. As air settles in this story, feel your own breathing slow and soften. The oceans would continue freezing from the top down. Ice thickens slowly, layer by layer. Below, liquid water remains shielded. Movement continues beneath stillness. Life hides where warmth remains. Deep ocean currents would persist for thousands of years. Heat from Earth's core rises gently. Water circulates quietly in darkness. The planet breathes slowly beneath the ice. A hidden motion beneath frozen calm. Hydrothermal vents glow softly. Chemical energy replaces sunlight. Strange ecosystems continue untouched. Creatures drift, feed, and reproduce. Life that never needed the sun. Microbes adapt with remarkable patience. They slow their metabolism. They conserve energy. Some enter near suspended states, waiting calmly for better conditions. Life becomes smaller, quieter, more efficient. Nothing rushes toward extinction. Everything simply adjusts. Notice how gently life adapts in this story. Let your thoughts do the same. Humans would turn inward. Shelter becomes essential. Communities move underground. Warmth is carefully shared. Light becomes intentional. Cities shrink into protected habitats. Energy is conserved. Movement slows. Schedules dissolve. Time becomes less important than warmth. Technology becomes quiet and efficient. No excess. No waste. Every resource reused. Civilization becomes careful rather than expansive. Geothermal heat becomes precious. Facilities gather around volcanic regions. Warmth from Earth replaces sunlight. Humanity learns to live inward, closer to the planet itself. Artificial light mimics day, but gently. Soft cycles preserve sleep. Human rhythms adapt. Biology learns a new tempo. As humanity slows in this story, let your own mind slow further. Food production changes. No fields. No sunlight. Only carefully cultivated systems. Life sustained with precision. Protein comes from algae and fungi, grown in warm darkness. Nutrient cycles tighten. Nothing wasted. Efficiency becomes beauty. Culture becomes quieter. Less noise. Less urgency. Stories become long and calm. Listening replaces rushing. Generations grow up never seeing the sun. Stars become the only sky. Darkness feels normal. Comfortable. A familiar blanket overhead. Memory of daylight fades. It becomes legend. A warm myth. Something once real. Something gently remembered. As daylight fades from memory in this story, your body remains supported and safe. Ice blankets continents entirely. Kilometers thick. Mountains disappear. Landmarks dissolve. Earth becomes smooth and white beneath darkness. Pressure beneath ice warms water. Liquid persists far below. Life remains hidden. Protected. Waiting. Caves become refuges. Insulated by stone. Shielded from cold. Silent sanctuaries. Stillness becomes survival. Sound travels differently underground. Soft echoes. Muted footsteps. Voices lowered naturally. The world teaches quiet. Earth's rotation continues. Day and night mean nothing now. Time measured by breath and rest. The planet spins unnoticed. Motion without light. Let the silence of this underground world guide your breathing deeper. Ice crystals form intricate patterns. Frozen art grows slowly. Beauty exists even without light. Hidden, but present. Waiting to be seen. Water trapped beneath ice moves slowly. Gentle currents persist. Heat travels upward quietly. Energy finds pathways. Nothing remains completely still. Earth's magnetic field remains, still shielding the planet. Invisible protection continues. Even without the sun, some forces endure. Auroras fade without solar wind. The sky loses its curtains of light. Darkness deepens further. Still calm. Still gentle. The planet becomes minimal. Simplified. Stripped to essentials. Motion, matter, time. Nothing extra. As Earth simplifies in this story, allow your mind to do the same. Earth drifts through interstellar space. Stars pass slowly. Distances vast. Movement subtle. A long quiet journey. Occasionally, Earth passes near another star. Heat briefly returns. Ice melts slightly. Then darkness again. A fleeting warmth. The planet carries scars of sunlight. Fossilized leaves. Ancient shorelines. Frozen waves. Memories locked in ice. Gravity binds Earth tightly. Mountains remain mountains. Oceans remain oceans. Structure persists. Change slows. But does not stop. Time stretches enormously. Millions of years feel brief. The galaxy rotates slowly. Earth remains patient. Endurance becomes its nature. As time stretches in this story, allow your thoughts to drift without effort. Stars are born elsewhere. Nebulae glow far away. Creation continues without Earth. The universe does not pause. It simply flows. Earth becomes a cosmic nomad. No star. No orbit. Just motion. A quiet presence in vastness. Life that remains adapts perfectly. Slow metabolism. Minimal movement. Extreme patience. Survival through stillness. Nothing here is dramatic. No explosions. No panic. Just long, calm change. The universe's preferred method. Earth continues drifting. A sleeping world. Carrying history within ice. Moving silently through eternity. Resting between stars. As tens of millions of years pass, Earth's surface barely changes. Ice thickens only slightly. Cracks form, then seal again. Motion becomes extremely slow. Time stretches into long, quiet layers. Continents no longer shift quickly. Plate tectonics slow as heat escapes. Mountains erode beneath ice. Edges soften. The planet becomes smoother over time. Glaciers creep forward millimeter by millimeter. Their movement is almost imperceptible. But over millions of years, they reshape the land. Patience becomes powerful. Silence becomes sculptor. Rivers no longer flow on the surface. Water is locked beneath ice. Erosion pauses. Land waits. Nothing is wasted, only delayed. Meteor impacts still occur. Small rocks strike the ice. They leave shallow scars. Then vanish beneath snowfall. Earth absorbs them quietly. As time slows in this story, let your own sense of time soften too. Beneath the ice, history remains intact. Forests are preserved. Cities are entombed. Oceans hold their shapes. Earth becomes a memory vault. Layers of ice record events. Each snowfall becomes a page. Each compression a sentence. Earth writes its autobiography slowly. In frozen silence. Fossils no longer form. Decay halts. Time pauses preservation. Life's records are locked perfectly. Nothing fades further. Atmospheric gases are trapped in ice. Ancient air remains sealed. Chemical signatures persist. Evidence of a warmer world remains, waiting to be discovered. Earth becomes its own museum. No visitors. No guides. Only quiet exhibits beneath kilometers of ice. A planet remembering itself. Let your mind become still. Like a museum after closing hours. Deep beneath the surface, microbes endure. They move slowly. They reproduce rarely. They conserve energy perfectly. Life at its quietest form. Some organisms enter cryptobiosis. Their metabolism nearly stops. Time passes without aging. Life pauses itself, waiting patiently. DNA remains intact in frozen cells. Information preserved. Instructions waiting. Life reduced to code and memory. Ready for warmth. Even in near silence, chemistry continues. Reactions happen slowly. Atoms still rearrange. Existence does not fully stop. It only whispers. Life becomes less visible, but not less real. Hidden does not mean gone. Survival takes subtle forms. Quiet persistence. As life slows in this story, allow your thoughts to slow too. Earth drifts between stars for millions of years. Distances feel endless. Motion feels eternal. The galaxy turns slowly around it. A silent passage. Nearby stars pass like lanterns in fog. Some bright. Some faint. All distant. None permanent. Occasionally, Earth enters denser regions of space. Cosmic dust brushes the atmosphere. Tiny impacts occur. Nothing dramatic. Just reminders of motion. Radiation from distant stars reaches the surface. Muted by ice. Softened by distance. Earth remains protected. Shielded by its own mass. The night sky slowly changes. Constellations stretch. Shapes dissolve. New patterns emerge. Time redraws the heavens. As stars shift in this story, let your breathing remain slow and steady. Elsewhere, new solar systems form. Dust collapses into stars. Planets emerge quietly. Creation continues without attention. The universe never stops building. Supernovas explode far away. Light travels outward. Most never reaches Earth. Events happen unnoticed. Distance keeps peace. Black holes merge in silence. Space ripples briefly. Then stillness returns. Even violence is distant here. Earth drifts on. Galactic arms rotate slowly. Stars migrate. Patterns evolve. Nothing remains fixed. Change is gentle but constant. Earth becomes just another object. No longer special. No longer centered. Simply present. Part of the larger flow. Let go of importance and urgency. You are allowed to rest. Billions of years pass. Ice remains. Rock remains. Structure endures. Earth becomes timeless. The planet's internal heat finally fades. Geological motion slows to near zero. Earth grows completely quiet. A cosmic pause. Perfect stillness. Yet atoms still vibrate. Nothing becomes truly motionless. Existence hums faintly. Even silence has texture. Even stillness breathes. Earth resembles a frozen moon. Dark. Smooth. Scarred gently by time. A sculpture shaped by patience. Drifting continues. No destination. No urgency. Just movement through vastness. A sleeping world afloat. As Earth sleeps in this story, allow yourself to drift closer to rest. Nothing in the universe lasts forever. Paths intersect again. Stars approach. Chance persists. Possibility never disappears. One day, Earth may wander near warmth again. Ice could melt. Water could flow. Dormant life could awaken. A second beginning. Life does not rush revival. It waits for conditions. Then unfolds gently. As it always has. Patient resilience. Earth holds the instructions for life. Encoded. Preserved. Protected by ice. Waiting calmly. Even after deep sleep, waking is possible. Even after darkness, light can return. The universe allows second chances. Again and again. Without drama. Let the idea of gentle renewal settle quietly in your mind. Earth continues drifting. A world between past and future. Neither dead nor alive. Just resting. Suspended in time. Stars pass slowly. Distances remain vast. Motion remains subtle. Nothing demands attention. Everything unfolds naturally. The planet carries oceans, continents, and memory. Even in darkness. Even in cold. History persists. Waiting silently. Earth does not fear the dark. It adapts. It preserves. It endures. Still part of the universe's story. And through all of this, the universe remains calm. No rush. No panic. Only time, space, and gentle motion. Over immense spans of time. Earth's path carries it near other stars. Not close enough to orbit. just close enough to feel a faint warmth. A gentle brush of energy. A passing greeting. When warmth returns briefly, surface ice softens. Not fully melting. Just loosening. Frozen layers shift slightly. Earth responds without urgency. Thin atmospheres may reform temporarily. Gases released from ice drift upward. A faint sky returns. Stars dim slightly. Then clarity returns. Water may trickle beneath ice sheets. Short-lived streams form. Movement resumes quietly. Then slows again. Motion borrowed, not permanent. Life senses warmth before light. Chemistry responds first. Cells stir gently. Nothing wakes suddenly. Everything stretches slowly. As warmth brushes the planet, let a sense of comfort brush you too. Ice holds memory. Layered crystals preserve patterns. Each layer remembers warmth. Earth's surface recalls the sun. Long after it is gone. Fossil sunlight exists as chemical bonds. Energy stored in matter. Quiet and patient. Released only when conditions allow. Nothing wasted. Even frozen oceans remember waves. Pressure patterns persist. Shapes remain carved. Movement encoded in stillness. Memory without motion. Earth's rocks remember heat. Minerals formed in fire. Textures shaped by warmth. Even cold stone carries history. Nothing forgets entirely. The planet does not mourn the sun. It adjusts. It preserves. It continues. Change without grief. As Earth remembers gently. Allow your thoughts to soften without holding. Brief warmth awakens microbes. Metabolism increases slightly. Cells repair damage. Life stretches awake. Then settles again. DNA replication resumes cautiously. Not rushing. Not expanding wildly. Just maintaining continuity. Life preserving itself. Chemical reactions speed up briefly. Then slow. Balance returns. Energy conserved. Nothing forced. Earth never fully wakes. It only dreams. Moments of warmth pass like dreams. Then sleep returns. Deep and long. Life learns patience perfectly. Not hope. Not fear. Just readiness. Waiting without effort. Let the rhythm of waking and resting guide your breathing lower. Interstellar space is not empty. It is sparse. Dust drifts. Radiation whispers. Stillness dominates. Earth moves through this calm gently. No resistance. No friction. Just motion. Effortless travel. Distances feel infinite. Stars remain far apart. Encounters are rare. Patience is required. The universe moves slowly. Earth's trajectory bends subtly over time. Gravitational nudges accumulate. Paths shift gradually. Nothing abrupt. Everything gradual. The planet drifts like a thought before sleep. Present. Soft. Unattached. At peace with motion. Let your thoughts drift like Earth, present but unforced. Time becomes abstract. Years lose meaning. Only change matters. Moments stretch. Duration dissolves. Earth experiences time as pressure and temperature. Not clocks. Not calendars. Just gradual transformation. Change measured in layers. Ice thickens or thins by millimeters. Rock fractures slowly. Atoms migrate patiently. Nothing rushes. Nothing stops. The universe does not hurry Earth. It allows wandering. Allows drifting. Allows rest. Freedom without instruction. Earth becomes comfortable with darkness. Darkness becomes neutral. Not absence. Not threat. Just condition. As time loosens in this story, let your sense of urgency loosen too. Seasons vanish completely. No spring. No summer. No autumn. No winter. Temperature becomes constant. Cold stabilizes. Variation disappears. Earth settles into equilibrium. Stillness finds balance. Without cycles, change slows further. Life adapts to sameness. Predictability replaces variation. Calm replaces contrast. Stability deepens. The planet becomes uniform. Ice across continents. Rock beneath. Ocean sealed below. Simple structure. Earth rests fully now. No anticipation. No resistance. Just being. Existence without expectation. Let the absence of cycles invite your body into deeper rest. Even in darkness, Earth belongs. It is not abandoned. It is included. Still part of cosmic motion. Still connected. Gravity still shapes paths. Mass still curves space. Earth influences its surroundings. Even quietly. Presence remains. Atoms from Earth occasionally escape. Dust drifts away. Joining interstellar clouds. Becoming part of something new. Sharing identity. Nothing is isolated forever. Matter migrates. Energy shifts. Connection persists. The universe interweaves everything. Earth gives without knowing. Takes without intention. Participates without awareness. Balance through existence. No effort required. Let the sense of belonging settle softly in your chest. From far away, Earth looks small. A dark speck. Almost nothing. Yet full of complexity. Perspective changes everything. Scale alters meaning. What seems catastrophic nearby feels gentle from afar. Distance softens drama. Time dissolves fear. The universe treats loss neutrally. Not as tragedy. Not as failure. Just transformation. Motion without judgment. Earth's story is not over. It simply pauses. Waiting for conditions. Waiting for warmth. Waiting without impatience. In this waiting, there is peace. Nothing missing. Nothing required. Only presence. Only rest. Hundreds of millions of years blur together. Then billions. Earth barely notices the passage. Change becomes almost invisible. Time feels weightless. Ice becomes ancient. Layer upon layer compresses. Pressure smooths irregularities. Earth's surface grows calm and uniform. Like a polished stone. Mountains flatten beneath ice and time. Sharp edges soften. Peaks lose their identity. Only mass remains. Shape yields to patience. Craters from old impacts fade. Ice fills them. Rock relaxes. Scars blur into landscape. Earth forgets sharp events. The planet's rotation slows slightly. Tidal interactions stretch time further. Days lengthen imperceptibly. Motion remains gentle. Nothing abrupt. As time stretches in this story, allow your thoughts to stretch and soften too. Earth drifts through the Milky Way's spiral arm. Stars move slowly relative to it. The background changes subtly. Nothing dramatic. Just motion. Occasionally, Earth passes through denser clouds of dust. Particles brush the frozen atmosphere. Some settle gently on ice. A thin cosmic snowfall. Barely noticed. Radiation from distant stars continues to arrive. Muted by thick ice. Softened by distance. Earth absorbs it quietly. No disturbance. The galaxy itself slowly reshapes. Spiral arms rotate. Stars migrate. Earth remains a passenger. Carried without resistance. From far away, Earth has no story visible. Just mass and motion. Its complexity hidden. A secret carried inward. Silence holds it well. Let your mind drift like Earth, carried gently, without effort. No eyes watch Earth now. No instruments observe. No awareness records. Yet memory persists in matter. Existence does not require attention. Cities remain beneath ice. Structures preserved. Shapes intact. Human presence frozen in time. History sealed quietly. Roads and buildings lose meaning. They become patterns. Geometry beneath ice. No function. Only form. Artifacts wait patiently. Metal corrodes slowly. Plastic endures. Stone remains unchanged. Time sorts everything calmly. Earth becomes a library without readers. Every page intact. Every chapter preserved. No urgency to be understood. Just stored. As memory rests in this story, let your own memories rest too. At cosmic scale, Earth is tiny. A speck among billions. Insignificant in mass. Yet complete in itself. Wholeness does not require size. The universe does not favor brightness. Darkness is common. Silence dominates. Stillness is natural. Earth fits perfectly. Most planets wander alone. Most stars fade. Most matter drifts quietly. Earth's fate is not unusual. It is typical. Catastrophe feels dramatic only nearby. From afar, it is gentle. From deep time, it is smooth. Perspective softens everything. Even loss. Earth's disappearance from a solar system barely registers in the galaxy. No alarms sound. No record remains. The universe continues peacefully. As scale widens, let your worries shrink naturally. Matter does not vanish. It rearranges. Earth's atoms remain active. Bound together. Still participating. Ice sublimates slowly. Molecules escape. Join interstellar space. Earth shares itself gradually. A gentle exchange. Dust from Earth drifts outward. Becomes part of new clouds. New stars will one day form from it. Identity spreads. Continuity persists. Nothing is lost entirely. Only redistributed. Only transformed. The universe keeps everything. Patiently. Earth gives itself back slowly. Without resistance. Without fear. Just participation. A quiet contribution. Let the idea of gentle continuity settle into your breathing. Earth no longer strives. No cycles to maintain. No balance to manage. Only existence. Simple and complete. There is no tension in drifting. No desire for direction. No expectation of arrival. Motion itself is enough. Presence replaces purpose. The planet does not resist cold. It accepts conditions. Adapts perfectly. Resistance fades. Peace remains. Earth becomes comfortable with eternity. Time loses weight. Moments lose edges. Everything blends softly. Like thought before sleep. This is not an ending. It is a pause. A rest. A long, quiet breath. Between possibilities. Allow this pause to become your own. In this deep calm, meaning shifts. Not about survival. Not about progress. Just about being. Existence without demand. Earth no longer asks questions. It no longer answers. It simply is. A presence in space. Unburdened. The universe does not judge stillness. It allows it. Encourages it. Most of space is still. Rest is normal. Earth blends into the background. No longer distinct. No longer highlighted. Just another quiet shape. Belonging fully. This quiet belonging brings peace. No identity to protect. No role to perform. Only presence. Only rest. Let the feeling of belonging guide your body deeper into rest. Earth drifts onward. The galaxy drifts too. Everything moves together. Nothing alone. Everything connected. Motion becomes background noise. Barely noticed. Almost comforting. A steady hum. Like breathing. In the vastness, Earth is calm. In calmness, Earth is complete. Nothing is missing. Nothing is extra. Balance achieved. The story begins to widen now. From planet to cosmos. From event to meaning. From change to rest. A gentle zoom outward. Earth continues drifting. Quiet and patient. As the universe prepares. To remind you. That you are part of this calm too. As Earth drifts through the galaxy. You exist too. Not drifting through space. But resting quietly in your own place. Still part of the same universe. The atoms in your body are ancient. Older than Earth itself. They once belonged to stars. They remember heat and light. They remember the sun. Even now. Those atoms vibrate gently. Nothing inside you is completely still. Life hums softly. A quiet continuation. Your breath follows physical laws. Air moves from higher pressure to lower. Simple rules. Reliable patterns. The same rules that guide planets. You are held by gravity. The same force that once held Earth in orbit. Now it holds you to your bed. To your chair. To this moment of rest. Feel the surface beneath you supporting your body completely. The laws shaping distant galaxies. Also shape your heartbeat. Electromagnetism guides nerves. Gravity gives weight. Physics becomes biology. Your body maintains balance constantly. Temperature. Pressure. Energy. Quiet adjustments happening without effort. Just as Earth adapted to darkness. Your body adapts to rest. Muscles soften. Breathing slows. Awareness narrows gently. Sleep is not a shutdown. It is a transition. Like Earth cooling gradually. Nothing stops suddenly. Everything eases. Your thoughts slow naturally. Not forced. Not pushed away. Just drifting further apart. Creating space for rest. Let the space between thoughts grow wider. From a cosmic view, human worries are brief. Small ripples in long time. They matter to you. But they don't need attention tonight. Stress is energy held tightly. Rest is energy released slowly. Your body knows how to let go. It has practiced every night. You can trust it. Just as Earth did not panic. You don't need to either. Change unfolds gently. Adaptation is natural. Calm is allowed. Nothing you forgot today needs remembering right now. Nothing unfinished needs fixing. The universe is patient. Tomorrow will wait. Even darkness has structure. Even silence has form. Even rest has purpose. This moment is complete. Nothing missing. Let your jaw loosen. Let your tongue rest softly. You belong to this universe. Not as a visitor, but as a pattern within it. Formed by the same rules. Sustained by the same flow. The warmth in your body is energy moving through matter. A quiet echo of ancient starlight. Still circulating. Still present. Even in darkness. The universe is not empty. It is full of structure, motion, and connection. You are not outside the story. You are part of it. Resting inside it. Contributing simply by existing. Enough as you are. Nothing asks you to perform tonight. No role to play. No progress to make. Just presence. Just rest. Feel how little effort is required to simply be here. Your breath marks time gently. Inhale. Exhale. A natural rhythm. No need to control it. Between breaths, there is a pause. A quiet space. Rest lives there. You can settle into it. Time does not rush you. It moves whether you hurry or not. You are allowed to slow down. Nothing will be lost. Nothing important will pass you by. Sleep is a deep alignment between body and time. Muscles release. Thoughts soften. Awareness narrows. Like Earth drifting through space. You drift toward sleep. No force. No effort. Just motion guided by calm. Let your breathing become almost unnoticeable. Holding requires effort. Letting go does not. Your body knows how to release. You don't need instructions. Just permission. Each exhale loosens something. A muscle. A thought. A memory. Nothing forced. Awareness becomes narrower. Like a spotlight dimming. The edges fade first. Only calm remains. Centered and soft. Your senses quiet themselves. Sounds feel distant. Touch feels muted. The world recedes gently. Sleep approaches. This transition is familiar. You've done it thousands of times. Every night. Your body remembers the way. You can trust it. Allow the story to fade into the background. Earth's long journey mirrors yours. From activity to stillness. From light to rest. From motion to calm. A natural progression. Nothing dramatic happens at the edge of sleep. No sudden shift. Just a soft surrender. Like drifting out of focus. comfortable and gentle. Thoughts dissolve into images. Images dissolve into feeling. Feeling dissolves into nothing in particular. Awareness thins. Rest deepens. Your body grows heavier. Not uncomfortable. Supported. Anchored. Safe. The day releases its grip. Moments fade. Details soften. Only rest remains important. Only sleep. If your eyes are still open, let them close naturally. You are exactly where you need to be. Nothing more is required. Nothing is expected. This moment is complete. Whole. The universe continues without effort. Stars form. Planets drift. Time flows. All without your attention. You are allowed to disappear into sleep for a while. Not gone. Just resting. Just drifting inward. Safe and supported. Like earth in darkness. You rest quietly. Preserving energy. Letting systems reset. Preparing gently for tomorrow. Sleep approaches now. Soft. Unforced. Inevitable in the best way. You can let it happen. Your awareness begins to soften at the edges. Thoughts no longer form clearly. They blur and fade. Like stars dimming behind thin clouds. Dream space approaches quietly. Images begin to appear without effort. Not full scenes. Just gentle impressions. Colors without names. Shapes without meaning. Your mind no longer tries to organize experience. It allows sensations to pass. Nothing needs to be understood. Nothing needs to be remembered. Rest takes priority. The boundary between story and sleep thins. Words become softer. Pauses become longer. Silence becomes comfortable. You drift naturally. This is the space where dreams begin. A quiet threshold. Neither awake nor asleep. Just floating gently. Held by calm. If any thoughts remain, let them drift away like distant lights. Dreams speak in images, not words. In motion, not logic. They arrive without explanation. And leave without asking. Your mind understands them effortlessly. Gravity feels lighter in dreams. Movement feels slow and smooth. Like drifting underwater. Or floating through space. Familiar and safe. Time stretches strangely. Moments feel long. Or disappear completely. There is no schedule here. Only experience. Your body rests deeply now. Muscles fully relaxed. Breathing steady and quiet. Heart calm and unhurried. Everything working gently. The world outside fades completely. Rooms dissolve. Sounds soften into nothing. Only inner space remains. Wide and calm. Let the outside world fall away. It will still be there when you wake. As you sleep, the universe continues. Stars are born quietly. Light travels across space. Galaxies rotate slowly. All without your attention. Earth continues drifting through darkness. Silent. Patient. Unaware. A perfect mirror of your rest. Nothing urgent happens while you sleep. The universe is stable. Time is vast. There is no rush. Everything unfolds naturally. Even change is slow at this scale. Gradual. Predictable. Gentle. No surprises here. You are allowed to rest deeply. The universe does not need supervision. It has managed for billions of years. It will continue just fine. You can let go. Allow yourself to sink fully into sleep. Your breathing is slow and automatic now. You no longer notice it. Air moves in and out effortlessly. Your body knows what to do. It always has. Your mind drifts freely. No direction. No destination. Just movement. Like a leaf on calm water. Dreams deepen. Scenes become immersive. Sensations feel real. Yet gentle. Nothing startling. Your nervous system settles fully. Signals slow. Responses soften. Restoration begins. Healing happens quietly. Sleep becomes complete. Not light. Not shallow. Deep and steady. Supportive and calm. If you are still listening, that's okay. Sleep will arrive on its own schedule. You are safe where you are. Your body protected. Your mind at ease. Nothing threatening this rest. Nothing needed. Darkness is no longer absence. It is comfort. It is quiet. It is rest. A familiar companion. Even silence has shape. A soft, rounded shape. Like a cocoon. Holding you gently. Encouraging stillness. Your dreams move slowly now. Unhurried. Fluid. Peaceful. Free from sharp edges. The night stretches long and calm. Plenty of time to rest. Plenty of space to drift. Nothing pressing. Nothing missing. Let go completely now. Awareness fades further. Only fragments remain. Then even fragments dissolve. You are fully inside sleep. Resting deeply. The story no longer matters. Words lose meaning. Images fade. Only sensation remains. Soft and distant. Your body is still. Your mind is quiet. Your breathing is slow. Everything aligned. Perfectly at rest. If thoughts appear, they drift away. If images form, they dissolve. Nothing stays long. Nothing needs attention. Sleep holds you. You are no longer listening actively. You are resting. Fully. Naturally. Completely. There is nothing else to do. The universe continues its quiet motion. Stars shine. Planets drift. Space expands. All calmly. Earth remains a sleeping traveler. Moving through darkness. Holding history within ice. Resting between moments. At peace. Nothing disturbs this calm. No alarms. No interruptions. Just steady existence. Smooth and gentle. Sleep deepens further. Awareness retreats. The night holds you fully now. Safe and supported. Unaware. This is deep rest. The kind that restores. The kind that heals. The kind that prepares you gently. For whatever comes next. Stay here as long as you like. Soon, even this narration fades. Not abruptly. But softly. Like a light dimming. Natural and kind. Your mind no longer follows words. It floats freely. Unguided. Comfortable. At ease. Sleep surrounds you completely. Above. Below. All around. A gentle enclosure. There is nothing else to imagine. Nothing else to explore. Just rest. Just calm. Just sleep. You drift deeper now. Quietly. Softly. Effortlessly. Fully asleep. Everything feels distant now. Thoughts barely form. Awareness floats quietly. You are resting deeply. Exactly as you should be. Breathing continues without notice. In. Out. A slow, steady rhythm. The body remembers how to rest. The mind no longer searches for meaning. No curiosity. No concern. Just softness. Just calm. Sound fades into background texture. Not silence. But something softer than silence. A gentle hum. Comforting and distant. Your body feels heavy and light at the same time. Supported completely. Nothing tense. Nothing alert. Rest has taken over. There is nothing you need to do. The night stretches long and peaceful. Plenty of time. Plenty of stillness. No interruption. No urgency. Darkness wraps gently around awareness. Not closing in. Just surrounding. Like a soft room with no edges. Safe and calm. Dreams may come and go. You don't follow them. They pass like distant waves. Unimportant. Gentle. The body repairs quietly. Cells restore. Systems reset. Healing happens naturally. Without effort. You sink a little deeper. As if settling into a warm surface. Perfectly fitted. Perfectly still. Perfectly at rest. Let yourself sink. There are long pauses now. Between words. Between breaths. Between moments. Pauses filled with rest. Awareness thins. Edges dissolve. Only a soft center remains. Floating. Quiet. No images need forming. No stories continue. The mind rests from imagining. Content to be empty. Content to be calm. Even the idea of drifting fades. There is no direction now. No movement to follow. Only stillness. Deep and gentle. This is deep sleep. Not heavy. Not forced. Natural and complete. Restful beyond thought. Stay here. Far away, the universe continues. But it feels infinitely distant. Nothing reaches you now. You are wrapped in rest. Fully protected. Earth still drifts. Stars still burn. Galaxies still turn. But none of it matters here. Only rest matters. Time feels absent. No past. No future. Only now. Soft and quiet. The body remains still. The mind remains quiet. Breath remains slow. Everything aligned. Nothing disturbed. Sleep deepens again. As if there are layers. And you move through them effortlessly. Lower. Softer. Nothing can disturb this rest. Words feel unnecessary now. Meaning dissolves. Sound fades further. Rest becomes primary. Everything else disappears. Awareness flickers faintly. Then steadies. Then fades again. A candle burning low. Safe and warm. You are not listening anymore. You are resting. Completely. Naturally. Deeply. Nothing enters the mind. Nothing leaves. Stillness holds everything. Gentle and complete. Whole. Sleep is now fully in control. Guiding gently. Holding steadily. Nothing required from you. Nothing at all. Let go completely. The narration slows further. Spaces widen. Pauses stretch. Silence grows comfortable. Inviting. Breathing is automatic. Muscles are loose. Thoughts are absent. Rest is complete. Everything works quietly. The mind drifts without content. No images. No language. Just calm presence. Bare awareness. Sleep remains deep and stable. No sudden movement. No return to thought. Only rest. Only calm. If dreams appear, they are gentle. If they fade, nothing replaces them. Both are fine. Both are natural. You remain asleep. Remain here. The story has nearly finished. But sleep continues. Words matter less now. Silence matters more. Rest remains. You are deeply asleep. Or very close. Either is perfect. There is no wrong place to be. Only comfort. Nothing pulls you back to wakefulness. Nothing stimulates the mind. Everything encourages rest. Everything supports sleep. Completely. The universe feels far away now. So far it feels unreal. Only the body remains. Resting peacefully. Undisturbed. This is the quietest part of the night. The deepest calm. The softest darkness. The longest stillness. You are inside it. Stay asleep. There is nothing else to imagine. Nothing else to follow. Nothing else to process. Sleep has arrived fully. Rest is complete. Your body is safe. Your mind is calm. Your breathing is slow. Everything is fine. Everything is quiet. The night continues. Uninterrupted. Smooth and gentle. Holding you in place. Protecting your rest. Words fade now. Meaning fades too. Only stillness remains. Comfortable. Deep. Sleep continues. Long. Peaceful. Unbroken. Complete. From far beyond Earth. From far beyond stars. The story looks very small. A planet cooling. A moment passing. The universe does not rush endings. It allows transitions. It allows pauses. It allows rest. Everything unfolds gently. Earth drifting without the sun is not chaos. It is motion without urgency. Change without panic. Still part of a larger order. Loss looks different at cosmic scale. Nothing truly disappears. Everything rearranges. Everything continues. Just in quieter forms. The universe is mostly dark. Mostly silent. Mostly still. And it works perfectly that way. Darkness is normal. Let this vast calm remind you that rest is natural. You are smaller than Earth. And yet, you are made of the same matter. The same laws. The same ancient particles. The atoms in your breath once belonged to stars. They traveled for billions of years to arrive here. Inside you, just as Earth can drift peacefully, you can rest peacefully. Nothing needs fixing tonight. Nothing needs solving. Only rest matters now. The same universe that allows planets to wander allows you to sleep. Without guilt. Without urgency. Without effort. You are not separate from this story. You are part of it. A brief awareness. Inside a very long calm. And that is enough. Let the sense of belonging soften you completely. While you sleep, stars continue forming. Galaxies continue turning. Time continues flowing. Nothing waits for you. And that is comforting. You are allowed to rest. Because the universe does not depend on your attention. It never has. Earth continues its quiet journey. Frozen. Patient. Complete. Unbothered by awareness. Everything important will still be here. When you wake, nothing is lost. By sleeping, rest is not absence. It is preparation. It is repair. It is balance. It is necessary. Let go of the need to stay awake. Your mind no longer follows words. Meaning has dissolved. Only comfort remains. Only stillness. Only sleep. Breathing is slow and automatic. The body is heavy and supported. Muscles are fully relaxed. The night holds you completely. There is no effort left. No attention required. No awareness needed. Sleep has taken over. Naturally. The story fades away now. Not abruptly. But gently. Like the last light at dusk. Soft and kind. You remain. Resting. Calm. Unaware. Asleep. There is nothing else to do. The universe is quiet. Earth is quiet. Your body is quiet. Everything is aligned. Everything is calm. Nothing will disturb this rest. The night is long. The world is stable. You are safe. You are held. Sleep deepens naturally. No guidance needed. No narration required. Just rest. Just calm. If dreams come, let them come. If silence remains, let it remain. Both are perfect. Your body restores itself quietly. Your mind resets gently. Energy returns slowly. Everything works as intended. Nothing forced. Tomorrow will arrive in its own time. You don't need to meet it now. Tonight belongs to rest. Fully. Completely. You have reached the end of the story. But sleep continues. Unbroken. Peaceful. Deep. Let the final words fade. Let silence take over. Let awareness disappear. Rest remains. Sleep holds you. Nothing else will be said. Nothing else is needed. The universe continues. You rest. That is enough. Sleep deeply. Sleep peacefully. Sleep without effort. You are safe. We've drifted through the moment the light vanished. Through cooling skies and wandering planets. From familiar daylight to a frozen world moving through darkness. From the scale of minutes to the scale of millions of years. And all the while, you've been part of this story. The atoms in your body were forged in stars like the sun. The warmth in your blood echoes ancient nuclear fires. The same gravity that holds galaxies together holds you gently to the surface beneath you. You are not separate from the universe. You are shaped by it, resting briefly inside its long, unfolding journey. Tonight, as you rest, the universe keeps moving. Stars continue to form. Planets continue to drift. Galaxies slowly turn in silence. You don't have to keep up with any of it. You can let it all fade into the background. Like a distant tide you no longer need to listen to. You are a small warmth in a vast, quiet sea. Safe, supported, and at rest. If you happen to still be awake, you can drift into the next story whenever you're ready. Otherwise, I hope you sleep well and dream softly. Good night.